At 6 p.m. this afternoon, the government of Trinidad and Tobago was overthrown. The Prime Minister and members of the cabinet are under arrest. We are asking everybody to remain calm. The revolutionary forces are commanded to control the streets.
The Imam Abu Bakr wants you to know that the police headquarters in downtown Port Spain has been gutted by fire. They are still in control of TTT.
Then why has God given us the power over them? Why are we sitting here tonight before you? Who makes the decision in the universe? Isn't it not your creator? Where is the Prime Minister tonight to address the nation? Where is he? God has removed him. God has removed the authority, not the power, because no man, including myself, has any power. We have only temporary authority because we all die.
Here's the crazy part about that day again with long day at the station.
Yeah.
Started off the morning working in central control. Shift ended at 12. Before I left to go home, got a call from Phil Simmons. He was doing the afternoon show. I don't think he was calling it Projection 3 anymore. Rennie had long gone. Steve Allen with guests on it's, on some days and stuff like that. And Phil called and he said, Harold, I can't make it in this afternoon. Work the afternoon shift on 7:30 for me. So, hey, opportunity. Oh boy, jump. And I'm going in. So rocking on 7:30 with music around 4:30, got a phone call. Hello, Harold, Francesca here. Now Francesca and I, yes, Francesca Hawkins and I used to do a rock program on 95.
Light
that
Rock.
Used to go. No, sadly named it Light Rock when he took over.
Okay.
I can't remember. Maybe it was Light Rock 2 at that time.
Okay.
Yeah. But so one Friday would be Francesca, one Friday would be me. I would work the rock show straight into psych, going, till 12.
Right.
And of course, we had signed off at 12 back then.
No, 1990, I was not on radio yet.
Yeah.
I was nowhere near radio yet.
So, get a call from Francesca. Harold, I can't make it this afternoon. Hold on for me, I go work the next Friday for you. Okay, cool. So, this is it now. Finish the show at minutes to 6. Steve Sutherland comes in and relieved me on 7:30. Went outside, and it was myself, Edison Carr, and Pius Mason sitting down outside to the back at TBC. Michael London was in the studio. That time we had an icebox studio that we had used in an expo in the front in the building.
Yes.
Right. That was 9-5 studio. We had moved from upstairs and the studio. So as you walked into the back entrance,
it's right.
That was the first thing you were seeing here. It had a glass there, and it was a fridge, an icebox. Yeah, that they turned into a studio. Michael was in there setting up everything, and we were outside there all talking. And we saw these guys coming down, tracksuit, running and looking like an exercise club. So I think Pius made some joke about it, and they went into the Tatil car park. That time it was a big car park.
Yes.
That building was the only thing there. And they started to do some physical work there. So we dismissed them as,
exercise
a team.
People,
Yeah. So it's now approaching 6. So Edison gets up, go to read the 6 o'clock news on Radio Trinidad. Well, it would have linked up with everybody. I went into the studio. That time we weren't making a link. So 9-5 wasn't carrying the news. So we started off at 6. Welcome to the rock thing. I, spitting wherever lyrics was coming out. And during the introduction, I hear a whole set of noise. And of course, it was sounding like somebody banging something. Shots firing outside on me. But of course, We don't know, Michael and myself, Michael London, we don't know what it is going on because we're watching at the car park, but my mind not there. It's, you know, I'm in the little zone here, Michael spinning the music, I sitting down on a side chair,
Yeah.
the operator. So I sitting down on the side, fitting. And we hear this sort noise. And then all of a sudden the door open up and a rifle points straight in my face. And a voice just say, come out. Just like, what the hell? It was just like, everything just went silent. Come out, come out. So we're coming out of the studio and Michael went out first and I'm coming behind him and the man said, turn off everything, turn off everything. So, you know, we turn off, I took off the pot and took off the turntable and we walk outside. When we walk outside now, I'm seeing Darwin, who was a security guard, lying down on the ground. And they made us lie down on the ground. When I lay down on the ground, I seen Pius Mason in blood. Yeah, Pius Mason just lying down there in blood, you know, blood all over. I was like, in my mind, I was like, what the hell going on? But by that time now, it have like, maybe 10, 15 people around you, and you know, you're just seeing guns, and you're afraid to look up, but you know, you're watching, like, because I see Pius right there, bleeding out. First time I seen a man bleeding out in front of me.
Wow.
And guns, you know, in your face, all that kind of thing. And back in those days, I was lifting weights and doing martial arts and stuff like that.
Right.
And that's how I met Star Child. Star Child and I used to do martial arts up in Barataria.
Serious?
Yeah, Star Child. He was DJing, but he wasn't Star Child yet. He was doing his mixes and stuff
That
like that.
explains the ninja suit he wore for the thing.
Yeah, he was a black belt.
Right.
He really good too.
All right.
Star Child was, yeah.
We digress. But let me get back to the thing.
But, yes.
Yeah.
So they say, strong man, come. And they grabbed me up. I never forget, I had on a white knitted jersey.
Yeah.
And they said, come. And they pushed me into the central control room. You know how to take off this? So I say, yeah. They say, take off everything, stop everything. So I started pulling the plugs.
Yeah, you see
like that. And so I'm looking around now for Pat Goodrich because he was supposed to be in central control. But of course, I ain't seeing Pat, so I worry now, like,
if he gets shoot or
and kill him or something like that.
Yeah.
Only to find out after Pat was hiding behind the I run in the back and dump down in the corner. I don't know how they found him, but they later brought him out. So then for that now they grabbed me again. Where the other studios? So I went into to the Radio Trinidad studio now. As you would remember, there's a big door you push first.
Yes.
To go in,
Heavy
and
door,
then in a little hallway.
Yes.
And then there's a second
door
door
to push.
for the announcers and one for the right.
Correct.
So Steve is inside there doing his thing. And when I push the door now, Steve look up at me to say like, what do you really want? And he just come over me.
With the guns.
Yeah, gun here in the mirror. You just see gun come down and they come.
Harold, you cannot laugh.
I'm sorry, I can laugh no, but at that time
you want to pee and shit at the same time.
It's like your mind just all over the place.
Wait.
So they pull Steve Sutherland off and they say, who else here? Sukram Ali was on 105 at the time.
Ultimate selector Sukram Ali.
Selector Sukram Ali. So going now towards and me again, the gun. Oh, listen, all guns straight on me, you know. Straight on me. They do so and they pull out Sukram Ali out of the studio. Then the next guy come and he say, you, strong man, you had to put your partner in the car there and we had to carry him to hospital. Like, what I said, what the hell is this boy? So I come down the steps now. I had to lift up Pia Mason. Somebody, I think one of them held his foot and I had to turn him, lift him up. And Cheryl Yearwood, which is Mark Holder's girlfriend.
Right.
Come in to pick him up. Right? So
blood on your hand and thing?
Yeah?
Blood on your hand?
I can't even remember. Listen, Jace, power me. But I can't even remember.
Right.
I just remember picking up Pius and they say, put him in the car. And they tell Cheryl, carry that man to the hospital and bust it. You understand? Don't
ask no questions, just drop him there.
Right out.
Yeah.
And when Cheryl left, you know Cheryl come back. Cheryl come back when them men and them was ponging one set of bullets and firing shots all over the place. Cheryl drive back. And if you look on the footage that they show during the coup, you'll see right outside of TTT, almost in the middle of the road, right? Just kind of park side. That's Cheryl car. Cheryl come and pull up this one, come out.
White Sunny?
Yes, that's Cheryl car. That's Cheryl here with car. Cheryl come out to the car. When they see Cheryl, they say, Cheryl, I'm not Cheryl, but where you going, woman? We tell you go home. She said, no, my man inside of there. I staying with him. Cheryl gangster them and come back in the thing. But before all of that happened, after putting Pius Mason in the car, and this is where I thought, okay, boy, Harry, you're going. Punch your ticket and ride out. They turned to me, the guy, whoever it is he was, and he said,
Don't mean to cut you. Around what time this is now? This is
okay. So they started like right after 6. So this would have been, everything was happening. It was rolling fast. So this would have been maybe 6:20 now.
Okay.
They're pulling up everybody, or maybe 15 to 20 minutes into they taking over the building.
Right.
The guy said, big man, we know it have a phone system to the front. I want you to go and switch off that system. And he tell this young man to go, a young boy, to carry me to the front to switch off the board. Jase, by that time in life, I'd seen enough Dirty Harry movie to know what a Magnum 45 looked like.
Right.
It was the first time in my life seeing a Magnum 45 with the barrel just come out big so dirty. Yeah. You start it in the movies.
Yes.
Listen, the gun was brand new. How I know? You could smell the plastic and the stuff from the gun. Black handle and everything. Shining. And the young boy, who looking like about 12 years old. No lie. After the coup and everything, we found out he was 14 years old. Right? He looked more like 12. Straight in my face. Right?
Gun in your face.
In my face. So I watching through the whole, I see in it. And I never forget, I'm saying to myself, if you pull this trigger, Harold, you have no head. Your head going off your body, go be quick. So I turn around now, and this little mother juice stick the gun. This shocking young boy stick the gun in the back of my head. Now he's short, so the gun right down the neck here. So right there. And he said, move. I walking now, and I saying I walking through, and in by TDC back in those days is a maze.
Yeah.
Right? To get to the front of the building. And I saying, oh, what if this boy only trip or something, boy Harry?
Yeah. There's a hairline trigger. Yeah.
You're going. Get to the front of the building now. All I do was pull out the plug. So facing him now, he said, lie down in the corner there. So I lie down in the corner. I hear a commotion upstairs, shots firing and all that kind of thing.
Jesus Christ.
Coming down. When the fellas come downstairs, Edison Carr and Arthur Green, he was the news editor. He ran upstairs along with Emmett. They went upstairs hiding, and they found them and brought them down. Now, just before that happened, Emmett made his big escape and got shot. The guy, one of the guys.
So Emmett was trying to hop the fence.
No, he was trying to jump off of the building into a yard over on the other side. He was running on the roof of the building. They had a level that used to have functions and stuff, back in the days.
Yeah.
So he was running on that level, and then you jump into somebody's yard. And actually, the guy who shot him, by that time but I'll get it. Let me just
go ahead, do it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm lying on the ground. Edison is next to me and Arthur Green. And I'm hearing this young man saying, let me kill them now. He telling the young one that. So the fella said, no. The boss man said, don't harm the hostage. He said, God, nobody here know. We could kill them here, no. Serious. Jase, this is no lie. End up saying my prayers right there. And I was like, you know what? You're going to go today. Is it for you? You're riding out today. So, you know what I mean? Just wait for it. You might feel it or, you're going. Just as this one is trying to convince this guy to shoot us, I hear next voice come and say, hey, we're going on here. Pulling them up. When we got up, there was this tall, about neck fella. The man like 2 minutes after midnight. Right? Come on. Yeah. What looked like a bulletproof vest, but it was not bulletproof vest. It was a vest with grenades on it, like you've seen in movies. Yeah, that man had them all round
bumpy grenade.
Yeah. A whole set of that on him. And of course, armed to the teeth. And like, he was the general. He said, bring them out here. And we went into an old production room we had, which ended up being the 9-5 that you came and met.
That studio? That's where you all get locked up in?
Yeah, that's the room they came first, and they put us, everybody in. Sukramali, we all thing. And by that time, they had found Pat Goodrich, because remember,
he was hiding.
Yeah, I remember asking Pat, which Pat you was? Thing, So we did now totally confused. Now, mind you, at that time, we had no idea what was going on. We hadn't a clue that this was Muslim or whatever it is.
Right,
we just thought it was some disgruntled people, maybe with the station, some kind of craziness going on, because they had no conversation with us other than move here, do this. And it was mostly targeted at me.
So by that time, since you had powered on everything, you all didn't know about the
Red House, what was going on by TVT.
Then the broadcast that Abu Bakr was on the TV, on TVT with Jones.
We had no idea anything like that was happening.
Right.
We were totally in the dark. And Cheryl didn't come back there to even tell us what was happening on the outside. Right? So during that time, we just sitting there and we, like talking to each other. What the hell going on, boy? Jamal Shabazz came through the door. Of course, at that time, but he introduced himself, but we didn't know. Later, we found out that he was one of the coaches for the national team at that time, national football team. And he's since become the women's national football team coach and has gone on to do other great things with our footballers and stuff like that. But he came in the room and he was the one who said, hey folks, here what is going on. I am so-and-so, Jamal Shabazz, Muslimin, and we've taken over the country. Unfortunately, we need the radio station to get the message out. And you guys work here. We don't have nothing against all you, and we don't mean to hurt you all. You need to do what you're told to make sure that everything runs smoothly. Me again with my fast self.
Oh God, Harold.
I jump up. Yeah. I was that type of person. I was always like that. So I jump up and I say, you is a Muslim? He say, yeah. And listen, Steve and they could tell you about it. I say, you is a Muslim? He say, yes. I say, I only believe in Allah, right? All your whole Allah sacred, right? He say, yes. I say, well, I want you to swear on Allah that what is you just tell us that no harm will come to us. It's true, your thing. So you look at me and he say, I am telling you now, we will do as best as we can to protect you all. You don't know what will happen outside if the army storm the building or the police storm the building, but we try to protect all you. We just need all it to do what we tell all it to do. And then he left. The next guy with all the grenades and stuff like that, he came in and he said, who is the studio? No, the Edison car. They said they knew Edison. So we need 2 men to go in the library and get some music for us. So Sukram Ali and myself, we got up and they sent us in the library to get Black Stalin, Caribbean thing was that, or this guy Stay Up Zimbabwe and some songs around that. Yeah, Valentino and stuff like that. And we took it in to Edison. I think Sukram was behind the turntable playing the music and Edison was coming in and saying, that what was happening and updating listeners on what was going on and stuff like that. I was just standing there. During that broadcast...
This is the same Friday night, right?
Yeah, same Friday night. This time it's probably 7, 8 o'clock now, so later on in the evening. All that time now, the place still. We don't know, because you didn't hear no shots and everything, nothing, the place still. By that time, Cheryl had come back and stuff like that, and she was telling them that they're over by TTT too, and she hear they take over the Red House and so on and so on. So then, Kala Akiboa came in. That was one of Abu Bakar's top soldiers. Kala came in and he made an announcement repeating what was going on and stuff like that. Left. That went on all of Saturday and then, all of Friday. Saturday, I don't know what it has happened. By that time, they had moved us over to the front of the building where the newsroom and Dave Elcock and they had their office and everything to that side there. So we were all inside of there. It had calmed down and stuff, so they were allowing us to go to the toilet. They just had somebody going with you. And when you was walking, so that you don't get completely shot, you have to say, coming through, coming through, coming through. You're just saying that coming through so that they would know somebody.
Not to shoot you.
They had people post up all over. Saturday, either the army or the police decide, hey, we going and light up Radio Trinidad building. And by shots firing all over.
This like what time? It's like what time so?
It's in the afternoon time, so it will be something like around 2
in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Saturday sun hot outside, and you can't people outside because we have some big wires that you could just stand up right there and see outside. You can't go. You have to stay down to the back.
So Saturday, July 28th, 2 p.m. Shots.
The army start to open on fire on the building. You just hearing shots and seeing chips thing going all over. And the Muslims and they started to panic. There was this guy, you'll have to check this. He was given a presidential pardon for, he was involved in the 1970 uprising. And during that uprising, allegedly, he killed someone. I believe it was a police officer or something like that. And he got a presidential pardon. So he was a member of the group, and he came into the building. We didn't see him all the time. He came into the building, and of course, he was senior to everybody else who was there except Jamal. And he said, "Yo, what is going on wrong up all these people here? We're going over to TTT. This building ain't secured anymore." So the guy asked him, "Grenade man, how we doing it?" And he said, "We putting them in a circle. We in the inside of the circle, and we walking over from TBC to thing."
So y'all are gonna be a human shield.
He was gonna use the hostage as the shield. Yes.
Oh,
Harold again.
No, Harold, what you do?
Yeah. I fly out and I say, "Nah, me ain't doing that." I don't know which part. I said, "Nah, me ain't doing that." Jamal say, think if we go outside, the army don't know we. Who we are, they're going to be firing at us, This Jase, man, look at me. Is the death look?
The death look, yeah.
Yeah, and he had it was not 45.
A Glock?
He had a
Glock?
No, it was not a Glock either. It was one of those type of old time pistol in his hand. It was a shorter barrel from what the police used to have back in them days with the long barrel.
The 38?
Yeah, probably a 38 in his hand. And, if Jamal Shabazz didn't walk around that corner at that time, I feel what I get. Because, he looked like, you use the trouble man here in your Christmas. Yeah, it looked like that. Honestly, it looked like that. And the same time, Shabazz walked around the corner. Hey, look, this man. What carry you? What to carry you outside? Ting. Jamal looked at him and he called him aside, and both of them had a conversation. And you could tell that he wasn't pleased with what Jamal was saying. But then Jamal turned to us and he went. I don't know, he probably went back over to TTT because they had somewhere they were getting over to TTT freely. And he said, "Yeah, what is going on? This building is not safe anymore, and we going to leave the building. Is there anywhere we could put you all that all you feel all you will be safe?" So I think it was Mark Holder who said, "Yeah, Studio 2, well, Studio 3, which is the 105 studio."
Right.
If you remember the 105 studio, the studio itself, when you walk up the step from the library, it was the studio on your left.
On the left, yeah.
And down inside there was a big recording room. It was a
huge room. Yeah, I remember that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a piano in it and stuff.
Yes.
When Auntie K used to come to do her stuff and things like that. And anytime had any big band, Studio 2 had one like that too.
Yeah.
That one because Studio 2 was closer to the road.
Yes.
We went into Studio 3, down inside of there. And he said, "Listen, the army, they're going to come into the building and most likely they're going to use tear gas. Burn like hell. But try and take it. Do not run about. Do not get up because they will kill all you. Stay there." Now this is about 6 o'clock in the evening now.
Saturday evening.
Right? So Jase, everybody lie down and nobody even talking. We just
all they get food, all they eat, nothing.
No, here we were eating like biscuits and little stuff that they had. We had some one of those people had a sponsorship,
like prizes for something to give.
Right, yeah, and it had like Dixie biscuits and little chubby and things like that.
Right.
So that's what we were eating at the time. Even the Jamaat members was going down on that. At that stage, you ain't thinking food.
Studying, yeah.
You just,
just about survival. You're in survival mode right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Go again, Saturday evening. Them boys and them sat to Lego letter them. And men running, you're hearing them running all over the place and all that kind of thing and all kind of noise and all kind of commotion going on. And we don't lie down there. And when just like how they tell us to lie down like that and nobody is moving. If a mosquito bite you ain't scratching it, you ain't not moving.
Right.
And just believe it or not, every single one of us fell asleep.
Yeah, because you've been up for over 24 hours.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how it happened. And then you're silent too and you're just listening. So somewhere along the line, sleep took over and we all fell asleep. When we got up, it was early Sunday morning. Right? Maybe after 4 or 5, somewhere there, so really early. And we started to go, hello, because nobody want to come out to the studio. Hello, anybody here? Want to come out to the studio? So then we eased open the door. Hello. Nobody. Myself, Mark Holder, we called into central control because the doors, when you come up the door, they had one door, right, and a second door closer to the entrance. So we went through that door. Nobody in the building. So we come back and we tell Edison. So everybody start coming out now and pushing the little studio, but you're crawling,
Yeah.
Quiet. And you're looking. So everybody coming back, nobody see nobody, like they're going in central control. We have a private line. Pick up the line and call 610 radio. Because at that time we knew that they had us off the air. They had taken Radio Trinidad off the air because we were effectively the voice of the Jamaat.
Yes, yeah.
Because 610 and 100 was on, and they were, of course, giving
updates to the public here.
What was just telling them they were saying what they want to say there.
Yeah.
So they went up to Cumberland Hill and the station. So we called, Edison was on the phone, called 610 radio. Tony Lee answered the phone and he informed them that there were 10 of us here at
TBC.
Radio Trinidad. We were held hostage and now the building is empty. The Jamaat has left. Please tell the army and the police that it have hostages in the building So if they come into the building, they're looking for us rather than think there's nobody else in the building. So we're listening to them now because we have the receiver kind of listening to them. About 10 minutes after, boy Jase really come on and he big up 100, really. Talk about, this is, we here and we with you and we're giving you all the information that you need to know on this situation in the country and stuff like that. So we said, all right. And he can't announce it on air that
yeah.
Well, no, we're talking. So, he tell the police or something like that. I was passing, nothing. We by the line waiting to see if a call will come back because we give them the number and everything. No response, nothing. We realized, like, man, and take we on or no. We had to do it on our own. So, Mark Holder and myself, we started looking all over the building to see what or how we could get out of this thing. But in that same studio too, I end up seeing a little vent between when you go down into the studio. After you push the first door and you in before you get to the second studio, the actual studio door, there was this space and there was this vent. So I kneel down and I look through the vent and I call Mark. I say, Mark, look at this thing here. So Mark, this one thing it and we prise it open, we pull it, we see a long thing going and then a light on the other side. Okay. I'm going for it to no hours, right? So Mark crawled through. When Mark crawled through, he said, hey, it's this storeroom. We said, well, all right. So we started to call everybody. And we started to push everybody through.
Through this little vent,
through the vent. And everybody crawled through. I know Steve Sutherland went through the vent. But yeah, Steve, Steve was a 6 footer. No. OFM, drive the car. Steve is a 6 footer.
Yeah, and he big.
Right, and Steve wasn't fat. Steve was solid.
He was brawling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how Steve went through, but Steve.
Hey, fair is a hell of a thing, eh?
Yeah, Steve make it through. So
right.
We were all now into the storeroom, which was the Rediffusion room. All the old televisions when they had Rediffusion and things were there in that room and okay.
Right.
So we made our way through the room and we opened the door now. So we in the car park to the back of the building.
This is Sunday, right? This is Sunday.
Right, this is Sunday, yeah, Sunday now. Mm-hmm. Sunday morning. So we're looking out now and there's another warehouse in the car park, and between that is a space like maybe about the size of me, right? A wall here. This is the building here, and this is the space running through, right? And houses on the other side. Master plan was, I think it was Mark Holder, we going down there, jump over the wall, and make we escape. So everybody, all 10 of us, going down. So this is, let me see, Cheryl Yearwood,
right?
Mark Holder, Steve Sutherland,
right?
Arthur Green,
right.
Edith Sukram Ali,
right.
Michael London,
right?
Dawe, the security guard Dawe in Yearwood.
Right.
Who am I missing? I have a list here now. Pat Goodrich.
Pat
Goodrich, and myself.
Right.
The
top 10.
Yeah, the top 10. Going down this little trace.
Right.
When we reach down the trace now, Cheryl the trooper is the first one to go over the wall. Cheryl had on, I think it's a white short pants and a top thing. So we get Cheryl the prop, and Cheryl halfway over the wall, and we only hear, freeze! Where are they going?
Oh my God.
Boy, Cheryl freeze. Sukram and somebody else looking to run back. You only hear, don't ever move. Don't move, I go kill all you. Don't move. Freeze. And then we hear the voice say, come over. Meaning Cheryl.
Yes.
Come over. Cheryl, come over the wall. Take off your clothes. Turn around. Back on your clothes. Lie down. Next man, and don't try to move because I see it now. We don't even know where the voice coming up, and nobody is looking.
So it's a sniper. Have on you.
Yeah, we just hear, don't move, Nobody don't try to move because I will kill you all here.
Let me
Yeah.
get him the real thing. He said,
No,
don't
I don't-
fucking move.
Yeah, yeah, the man said, he said that.
Right.
Move, because I
Right.
will kill all you.
Right.
Next man over the wall. I went over. Same thing. Take off your clothes. Turn around. Right. Lie down. I went over after and it went like that. Sukram Ali was the last man to go over. When I'm sorry, Ultimate. Sukram was over the wall. Coming over the wall, and we just started hear shots being fired. Now we don't know where. Yeah, shots started firing. We don't know where the shots coming from, but we already lying down on the ground.
Right.
Sukram on the wall, panic. I don't know how it ended up, but Sukram tie got stuck on the wall, and the tie was actually hanging Sukram.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And Sukram was so scared that he was fighting up with it, and of course making it worse. So the soldiers said, hey, you only help all the partner before you kill yourself. So, I think it was Michael, myself, and Steve ran towards him. And of course, Michael and I held this.
Prop him, so you don't hear.
Right. And Steve, because he called, just reach up and
do the tie. But Sukram had take out that tie since Friday?
No, but they're telling, listen, like you was asking me if I had blood on me, I can't even remember.
Right, he probably didn't remember he had on that tie.
Your mind not there.
Yeah,
your mind not there.
Yeah.
So
this for Sukram.
Yeah, so tie in the business. So
right.
We finished that now. So they say, come into the house. Yes, into the house. And they say, all they're working together. All they're Jamaat members or whatever it is. We said, no, we have IDs. In those days, we had
badges. Yeah.
Like that. So they say, pass it. So men start taking off the badge wherever they have it and give it to them. Now you're lying down, man. They're telling you, don't look at them.
Right.
So you see the camo stuff. So then a man come up and he say, Jason Thompson, Franco Harrell, and he started do names like that. They started mixing names to see if somebody could jump out themselves and say, yeah. And everybody keep quiet. And then they started to say, Harrell Thompson, Cheryl, Yearwood, so and so. So then when everybody clear and they realize, okay, they think, of course, Cheryl didn't have a pass, but, you know, they realize it is, then they apologize and they say, well, listen, sorry about that. You know the situation. We don't know who is who. The people who take over or trying to take over the country looking just like all you. They dress just like all you because they really had on track pants and they didn't have on no sort of Muslim gear and stuff like that at the time. The ones that, you know, held the building and stuff. And they say, all right, we're going to get all out of here, but we need to know how will you come out. Mark and I give them, I think how to get into the building unseen and get to the front of the building. Using that advice, that's how they end up blowing a big hole in the wall at TTT sometime later.
Yes,
they have blasted a big hole, right? It was from there when they were getting ready to storm the building.
Right.
Because I think they
when that happened Sunday, right? That is the Sunday. Right. What date? So Friday 27th, Saturday 28th, Sunday 29th.
Right.
Monday the 30th.
By Monday we were up in Camp Ogden.
Okay.
So they took us out the same Sunday evening. By that time it's evening time now after 6, 7. And we went up to Ogden. That's when we started to see all the ministers who made it out to the who weren't at the Red House.
Yes, Camp Ogden was the rescue center. Yeah.
So they took us into a tent and started to do the debriefing, asking us certain things and, you know, how this and so and who and how much men and things. And after that, they asked, like, where you're living, different people, where they're living and how they'll get to their home and stuff. So, like for myself, Michael, we were living in the Diego Martin area. So at some time during the Sunday, we got into a Jeep with the soldiers and they dropped you at your home,
At your home.
your destination and stuff like that.
Right.
And that was it for us. That's how our session with them ended.
And then Emancipation Days when we saw they surrendered, the Muslims surrendered. Right,
yeah, later down in the week.
Yeah.
We had the deals made and the things like that. And then to top it off, after all of that, and of course, before the courts, by that time, Jones P. Madera,
yeah.
Debbie Ransom, Dominic Kalipasad,
yeah.
Andy Johnson,
right,
Maharaj. We had a whole power team in the newsroom. A whole power team became, because remember Jones and Dominic were at TTT.
Yes.
By the time all of those, the dust settled, they had come over to us now. Andy Johnson.
Yes, it's true.
Right? They had a whole power team.
That's true.
But that's how they came over, yeah.
Wow.
And somebody in that power team decided the best therapy, because by that time we were seeing a psychiatrist and counselor.
Because I was not about to ask if you had to do therapy. I'm sure you had to do therapy.
Yeah, because it had some people who, still up to today, real messed up from it. Like Emmett. I was in a chat with Emmett a couple of Saturdays ago, and we were talking about it and how he got shot trying to jump off of the building and stuff. He started to cry and tremble. Wow. I had to kill the talk and say, all right, calm down. Yeah. Wow. Still messed up from it, and I know some others too. I know Sukram was one who took it real hard. Michael was already a quiet person, and then he just like saying Pius Mason was always jovial.
Yeah,
Pius, would you believe Pius is still walking around today with pieces of the bullets in him?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw him recently, and he was saying, because at the time, what they said is
based in Carnage?
Yes, yeah. At the time, it was too close to like the organs and stuff, or something like that. They would have been touch and go if they had gone to interfere with it. So the hope is, as the years went by, if it's moving, they'll monitor it, and if it don't move, if it's not moving like to the heart or something, that they could either deal with it or whatever it is. And the last time I saw him, which you say last, and in your mind, when you get my age, it could be about 2 years ago, whatever. 2 or 3 years ago. It's like, just the other day. You're talking about 1996 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he still had fragments in him. And so on. So yeah, somebody, yeah, man.
Yo.
Always angry.
Yeah,
always.
boy. Yo, that's a story, though.